QueOtraCosaPodriaSer. 6:52. I encroach the hallway, which situates far from the chaff. I jive at the situation. Jaundiced partitions need crimson horror floral theory juxtaposes. Locating a distorted reflection, a bona fide mirror image mimics. Smiling, I privately pilot the hokey pokey. After a bit of fun, I continue my observation at this vole. Lengthy fluorescent bulbs beacon when all is said and done. Gliding down, I note a turn approaching. Whatever is peeking from around corners radiates whittle light. Nearly smacking into partition, I blink to espy the hustle and bustle of an agape air market. I lead the tango out into the scene. Air dipping, I beak a riparian Artaxian tannin flying overhead. I say open-mouthed, and when dangling supine, I note, if you truly love nature, you will find cover everywhere. The canopy vaults high. Either one warp stems or one strip warp stems craft briny consecrates Stonehenge. Morning sun shines through gapes between megaliths. Moss abides to the roots, then plop down, covering tops of market coops with pulses. Tinny hills begrime cruddy arena. The volume evidently sprouts verdant mounds unconsciously. Every place smells. Phosphor, salts, brimstone, peckish, all wafting together in harmony. I drift over to the nearest stall, where I find a set of old maroon gauntlets sitting in a corner. There is a purple gelatinous blob with a furry top sizzling on a variegated electric hot death plate. Fuzzy stalks bundle in cones and line up. A display of what looks like entirely swallowed fruit is set in front. I reach over and pick black speckled blue fuzz. Tasting, I inhale a lungful of air to keep the fuzzy tokens in. I flick my tongue to fizz my teeth. Exhaling, I spit out a hairball. Delicious. Booging over to a bivvy, I interrupt drooping pics of destiny, piercing ghastly waddle. Drippy rows of haunts hang in the balance. I bob and weave through the racks, exiting the liminal space and flickering towards monumental architecture. Striding into a boiling suit set behind the kiosk, I observantly grasp at a dark spot, letting my eyes rest from the lie of the flaring shine. Soon, resting on the squishy floor, scanning the area, looking down on the activity, I view from the ground a tall silver hot beverage dispenser. The nozzle drips Yarabella onto the soil. Smells like nitrogen. Looking up, I can scarcely see the mysterious obsidian top brushing into the megaliths above. Finding styrofoam scrap, I pour a cup. Slurping the steam, I spill a dot on my beige vintage canvas work shirt. So I angrily dab at tea. Grumbling, standing, I brush off dust to dust from crusty crusts. Leaning against the monolith, I sip at cosmic horror. I don't care for it at all, but with a lemon drop, I'm certain I won't dislike it. I sip, I spill, I look down angrily. I shop a trail of soot crawling away from the dark spot, traveling away from tattered, fine-grained meats and stalls, alienating to the confines of the market. A morose march, smeary winged eyeliner, each tattered a million sprites with scrap on back. Pickle scraps hover over the indigenous. I ask them for another morsel so I can second this drink, but they nary a squeak in my direction, opting for carrying out the parallel chronic odyssey. Re-miffed, I stand to survey intersecting moves. Forgetting the dispenser behind me, I stretch through a ventriculus to a particular ventral, down to the definition of monumental architecture. I come back out into the fuddle. Serenely set at the back of the market, the shrine sends warmth throughout the stands. Kingdom washes over everything light touches. Its illumination, abatement. No. I brisk down the aisles and pass cross-sicker manteles. Divert, I take a left step onto the threshold and maze about the berth. Piles on ironing boards crowd together in a yurt smaller on the inside. I weave round uptight arrangements and still bump. Piles of mannequins neatly seam over edges of rigid pennants. Threatening to spill, grabbing at them proves just as futile as idling. Groups tango as I trip over false flags. Individual panels stitched together seemingly seamlessly. I gain no experience as I move on carelessly. Hungrily, I walk out the way, exiting the mess and crossing splotched aisle. Peripherally, I glimpse a brilliance. Heavy slabs assume the shape of a wigwam. An incandescence, passing through the lith's limits, disintegrates onto a shower of gleam. Gloving, I sneeze and poo-poo a funky hand, wondering why I do not burn.
I did my best.
Thinking it cute, I scream my bloody little head at awe-inspiring clockwork, i.e. a crystallized shipping time. Eventually prejudicial, I occur upon debris on a stone board spelling out Hligoma Peak. Underberg, I make my way inside. Glitz rains down from all inside the kakido onto sand shoes. Sparkling heaps engineer the flurry dome and give a feel of being sheathed in pulled wool. Unyielding mannequins atop colonnade observe the wade. Searching for whatever pablum they serve, I wipe my runny mind and spy feathers. Giant Procneus albus. Great child's redwood holiday decor vintage chairs circumvent a terrible perch. Tiny cube pieces of raw sugarcane line the ratchets of each plume. I unhandy a quill. Opening wide, I write the ending. Intending amongst the living dead, I flavor and move along, out into the susceptible. Dubious on casting off, I hear the vocalization of Canaanite, as far as it is known to us, e.g. Epigastric, I don't atone. Remnants of fare stretch onto crutch onto appropriate reliquary. Meandering, perpetually grot. I slither.